Okay, good morning, everybody. Oh, mic is muted. Okay. Oh, this always stresses me out, these first few moments when I go live. So I'm going to just give it a second and get myself sorted here while I wait for some people to log on and let me know that I am live. So I see one little eyeball. So if you could just comment and let me know that you can see me and hear me, that would be awesome. Good morning, Gail. Gail, can you just confirm that my sound is working okay? My mic is working okay? Because last time we had some challenges. So I just want to know. Let me just get that sorted. All right. All good. Okay. Good morning, my friends. I'm always playing around with the view to make sure that you guys can see both my face and my hands. So please give me feedback if at any time you're finding that the sound isn't good or the quality of the video isn't good. Let me know. Good morning, everyone. I'm Zara Premji. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Markham, Ontario, Canada, and welcome to all of you, my friends from all over North America, it seems so far. I'm going to just stop and say hello to my friends. Good morning, Gail, Natalie. Good morning, Natalie. Shirley. Okay, thank you. Good morning, Bev from PEI. Good morning, Margaret Ann. Susie from Washington. Good morning, Terry from Colorado. Good morning, Marianne from India. Wow, forget North America. We're all over the world. We've got global. That's exciting. Thank you for joining Marianne. And Marianne's over on YouTube. So you can view this live on YouTube or on Facebook now. That's one of the great features of my StreamYard streaming software is that I can actually be in two places at once. And I wish that I could do that as a mother at home, but that's not, we haven't figured out the hack for that yet. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Sandra, Sue. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Janice. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well and having a fabulous weekend. You'll notice I'm wearing a hat today. And not that I mind wearing hats, but I'll tell you the story behind this. Yesterday, we were doing a little bit of house cleaning, and my son was cleaning his bathroom, and I was just kind of helping him with, just to show him how to clean the shower. Oh, thank you, Marianne. That's so sweet. Good morning, Janice. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so I was just kind of using the handheld part of his shower to try and clean the walls. And I was like, why is the water pressure so low? And he's like, I don't know, it's usually fine. And I thought it was something wrong with their shower. Well, through the day, we realized we didn't have any hot water. And it came on for a moment last night for maybe an hour. And I should have gone to shower at that point, but I didn't. And I thought, okay, I'll have a shower this morning before my live, but there's no hot water again. So we have somebody who is coming, hopefully, to fix it. But it's just one of those things that, you kind of, I don't know, maybe I do take hot water for granted. We jump in the shower, we don't even think twice about it. But now, not having had hot water for almost 24 hours, you just kind of realize that's something I'm not going to take for granted, because there are people that don't have hot water or clean water. And so it is something that I'm grateful for, and hopefully we'll get that fixed. But good morning, Angie from icy Texas. Yeah, it's really cold here in Ontario as well. We had some snow, and it's been chilly. Good morning, Cindy. Thanks for joining, everyone. Okay, let me tell you what we're doing today, and then I'm going to sip my coffee and we'll flip the screen, and then we are going to get started. So I'm going to be showing you, so for those of you that are not familiar with Stampin' Up! Products or Celebration, Stampin' Up! Is a company whose products I've been using now for almost 9 years. I'll just kind of backtrack and tell my story really quickly. About 9 years ago, I was invited to a stamping workshop. I had no idea what it was about. I had seen rubber stamps in the aisles of the big box crafting stores, never picked one up, was never interested. I just needed a night out. I was a busy mom. I was working full time. I had 2 little kids. And I was later going to become pregnant with my third. But Anyway, so I went for this just for the outing, and I couldn't believe how much I loved the rubber stamping. I loved the die cutting and punching and just using all of these tools to make handmade cards to then send to people. And so it has since then become my most favorite hobby. I love doing it. I love how happy it makes me to make the cards. And then I love how happy it makes me to send them to others. And more than anything, I really love being able to teach others and inspire others to try paper crafting themselves. So if this is new to you, welcome, welcome. And for those of you that have been joining weekly, I appreciate you being here. So make sure you let us know in the comments if this is your first time watching. And now I'm going to tell you what I'll be doing today. So I am going to just flip the screen here. And for those that are unfamiliar with Stampin' Up! Products, I exclusively use Stampin' Up! Products for all of my paper crafting. And every year in January, we have a special promotion called Celebration. So this is an exclusive promotion that only happens for a short time. And this year it's for 2 months, January and February. And what that means is that for any order you place that's over $60, you are going to get to pick an item for free from our celebration brochure. You cannot purchase these items. There are a variety of stamp sets and different patterned papers, and you get them for free. So the value of them is anywhere from maybe $15 to $25, maybe even more actually. And you can pick an item for free for any $60 you order. So it can be anything you want. You can order from the clearance rack. You can order from our main annual catalog. You can order kits, whatever you want. You can choose $60 worth and get an item for free. So every week I am featuring a new product from our celebration brochure. And today I'm going to be using the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. Now, I will tell you, full disclosure, when I saw this paper in the catalog, I was really not feeling it. It didn't really kind of catch my eye. I tend to be more of, I like white cardstock. I do most of my cards with white. This one had very vanilla. And then I just wasn't really feeling it. It was just maybe not my jam. Well, I started playing with it this weekend and I am in love to the point where I'm going to have to order a few more packs. So I love this paper and I'm going to be showing you a card featuring the Daffodil Afternoon paper. And then I'm also going to be, I'll be demonstrating one, I'll show you another. And then I'm actually going to be sharing 3 tutorials with my email list. So if you're not already on my email list, click the link in the description, zarapremji.com. I meant to give you a separate link to go straight to my email list, but you'll have to just dig a little. So just subscribe to my email newsletter and there will be an email going out tonight or tomorrow morning with 3 tutorials, exclusive tutorials featuring the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. So before I do that, I want to announce some winners. So one of the things that I love to do with my Facebook Lives is encourage you to share with your friends and family. If you feel like you have people in your networks that would enjoy seeing some paper crafting, or just even want to jump in for the community and the chatter, then you may want to share this video. And if you do, I would so appreciate it. That is the ultimate compliment. And just let me know in the comments that you've shared it, and then I will enter you in for a drawing to win the card that I'm making today. So I see that Natalie and Shirley have already shared the video. Thank you so much. You will be entered into the drawing to win the card that I'm making today. So I have to announce a couple of other winners. I was a bit behind last week. And so I wanted to announce these winners. So for this card here, this is the one I did last week. And this is using the, what is it called? This is also a celebration paper here, and the bundle is in our new mini catalog. So it's called Sunshine and Rainbows is the pattern paper, and then I use the Rainbows of Happiness bundle to create the card. So the winner of this card is Allison Bossert or Bossert. I'm so sorry. I don't know exactly how to pronounce this, but I'm going to, if I go phonetically, it's Bossert. And if I add a little bit of a French to it, Bossert. So someone can correct me. But Allison, if you see this video, please do send me a message with your address and I will send this card in the mail to you. So this was last week's. The week before, I also used the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. You can tell that it's a fan favorite. And the winner of this is Rita Cecile Marie Baudry. So Rita, I'm not sure if you're on, but if you are or watching the replay, please send me your address. Actually, I think I may have it, and I will send that in the mail to you. All right, let me drink some coffee. Are you guys all having your coffee? Good morning, Bobby from Alexandria, Virginia. Waiting for snow, rain, then sleet. Oh my goodness, you're going to have all the weather systems, it sounds like. Thank you so much for watching live. Good morning, Carol Ann from Snowy PEI on YouTube. All right, so are you guys ready to get started? Let me just show you a couple of things. The one is I have a host code. So every month I kind of total up the orders and then I get some host rewards based on the orders placed that month. So what I love to do with my host rewards is to share them with people. And so if you place an order in my online store and you use the host code that you see here on your screen, then you will also get a free goodie from me. So I'm actually going to use my host rewards to order probably an embellishment from the new catalog, and I will send that in the mail to you in February. Okay, so just make sure you use that host code so that you get the extra free goodies. And if your order is $60 or more, you're also going to get a free celebration item, and you will also get some tutorial bundles from me. Okay, let me hide that. And then just again, my website here is zarapremji.com. There's a variety of links there, including one for my email list. And if you do want to join my email list, I will be sharing 3 free tutorials featuring the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. And I can't wait to hear what you think about them. Okay, let's go. I want to see the chat so that I can make sure I am responding. Natalie's waiting for up to 40 centimeters of snow by tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to get a big dump of snow as well. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Deborah. All right, well, that is enough chatter for me. I also want to show you the stamp set that I'm going to be using today. So no, it's not the Daffodil Daydream, even though we are using the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. I'm actually using the one on page 36, which is called Flowing Flowers. I'm going to hold this up a little close. I actually positioned my camera a little higher today because I wanted it to not be kind of right in the view of your view of my face. So here's the stamp set. It is a cling stamp set. There are 9 stamps. There are 3 different beautiful images in here, and this is our distinctive line of stamps, which means they look kind of photorealistic. And then I just could not get enough of these beautiful, beautiful fonts. I think they are the most gorgeous fonts in the catalog. And this is a really great versatile stamp set. There's a happy birthday, a thank you, time for a happy dance, I like you, just a note. So you're kind of covered if you just even want a generic sentiment. And then I really like the one that says sending a card instead of a text. And I feel like you could use this on the inside of the card for even your happy birthday or thank you cards, or you could have it just on the front of your card and use that as your greeting. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set, and we are going to be using that today. And before I go through, I'm just going to show you the paper in the Daffodil Afternoon pack. Okay, so let me kind of go back here and hide this. And there we go. I'm feeling a little bit better about this StreamYard thing. I don't know if I seem it, but I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with it. Okay, so I have cut the paper down into 4x6 pieces, but the actual paper pack is 12 by 12. Okay, so you get a whole lot of paper. It's going to take you a really long way. So you could actually even just chop it into 4x6 pieces and use these as your card fronts or your card layers, or you could just cut it into multiple different sizes and shapes to make your card making really easy. So I'm going to show you the front and back of each piece. So we've got this one here that has a variety of different flowers on it. And then this would be the back side of that. So it's got this really gorgeous pale papaya and flirty flamingo checkered pattern. And then we've got this one here, and this is actually a 12 by 12 sheet where all across the bottom there are daffodils, and then all across the top. So you can actually cut it in the middle and create a couple of slimline cards, or just use them like this as the background for your card. On the back of that, we've got this cute diagonal stripe. So you can see that while it's called Daffodil Afternoon, there are so many patterns in here that have nothing to do with daffodils. So the versatility of this paper is amazing. This is maybe one of my favorite patterns. I love the greens on here, and I love the little pops of that pale papaya color. There are no daffodils on here at all. So Yeah, no, those are not daffodils. So I love that. And then on the back here, we've got these cute little green hearts. I believe these are pear pizzazz. And you can see the very vanilla background is super pretty, actually. Then we've got this paper here. I love the black background of this, and then the pale papaya and the flirty flamingo. And then we've got this beautiful polka dotted pattern, and it just looks a bit weathered, and I just think it has a really kind of fun vintage look to it. Then we've got this one here, more monochromatic, and then I don't know, this might be my favorite here, the little black and white, or very vanilla, I should say, little plus signs. It's a really fun pattern. And then the last one we have is this one here, and then we've got this paper here. So let me tell you, if you don't already have this paper or you feel like you're not loving it, I'm going to be really interested to hear what you think of it after. So I'm going to show you a card that I'm going to be making, and then at the end, I'm going to show you a different card. So this is the card we're going to be making today, and I'll just give you a second to look at that. Shirley used that one yesterday. Yeah. So this is a really cute, I don't know, I love the card. I found it to be very simple and very cute. And you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love to talk about layouts. So this layout that we're going to be doing today, you can use for any of the papers in the Daffodil Afternoon, or you can use it with any designer series papers you have. So I've already gone ahead and cut two pieces here, and I've got what, they're both 2x4. So if you were to think about how many you could get out of this, I think you could probably do 18 per sheet. So if it's 2x4, you can get 6 across and then 3 down. So 6 times 3, 18. And so you could do definitely a lot of cards using this layout. I've got a pool party base. Now, with our designer series papers, at the back, it'll always tell you what paper colors are included. So I know there's a bit of a glare there, but this says basic black, crushed curry, daffodil delight, evening evergreen, flirty flamingo, mint, macaron, mossy meadow, pale papaya, pear pizzazz, very vanilla. You notice that pool party is not listed in there anywhere. I love this feature because it's a really great way to figure out what colors you might want to use with your cards. But I also sometimes just look at it and I'm like, well, I'm sort of seeing that there's different colors in here. So when I looked at that, I almost saw a little bit of like what we call our coastal cabana, which is a really beautiful aqua blue, but I also really love the pool party subtle color. So I'm going to use that as my card today. And I'm going to just start by burnishing the card base. So this is going to be included in my tutorial in my email list. So if you want all the specific measurements, etc., then make sure you jump on my email list. You can click the link, zarapremji.com, and join my email list. And then I will be sending out weekly emails actually featuring Celebration products. So you can just get lots of inspiration. So I'm going to use my new Hive 3D embossing folder, and I'm just taking the layer of pool party and I'm going to just add that on into the folder, and then I'm going to use the gray plate. This is a 3D folder, meaning it's a little thicker, and you want to use your gray specialty plate with that, which actually comes with your cut and emboss machine. So you don't actually have to purchase it separately. It's already included. So I've got my embossed cardstock here, and I'm just going to show you close up just how beautiful that is. See how stunning that looks? I feel like the screen looks like I'm in slow motion. I don't know if that's what you're seeing, but okay, so we've got that. And then we've got our two pieces of designer series paper. And then I just die cut this, and I'm actually going to heat emboss it. Now, my sentiment that I did originally was using black emboss powder, which I'm going to do again. However, if you don't have black emboss powder, you can just stamp it in black ink. Okay, so I always love to give different modifiers so that you don't not make the card because you don't have exactly what I have. Just modify based on what you have. So I'm just going to grab my clear block. And for those that are new to stamping, you just need one acrylic block to kind of use with multiple stamps. So if you have a stamp set and in the catalog it's recommending different colored, different sized blocks, I would always recommend just go with the largest. If you are on a budget and you just want to kind of start with one or two, go with the largest that you can use with all of your stamps in that set. and then you just change them out. Now, I've been stamping for 9 years, so I have accumulated quite a few blocks, but you can really do this with just one. So I've just stamped this in Versamark ink, and I'm going to just put that aside, and I'm going to use my black emboss powder, okay, just because I love that look of the black sheen. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I don't have my black emboss powder in a little container, so I'm just using this little tray. And then let's all keep our fingers crossed that Zara doesn't spill this all over her desk. Let's put that in a safe spot. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my heat tool, and pardon the noise while I just heat set this. So the heat tool is something that's in our annual catalog, and you do need to use, when you want to heat emboss, there's basically 3 tools you need. You need the heat tool, you need your Versamark ink, and you need your emboss powder. And our emboss powders come in like 3 packs. You can get the essentials, which is black, white, and clear, or you can do the metallics, which is silver, gold, and copper. So then you just heat set it. You also want something to just remove the oil from your cardstock, and you can just use, you can kind of make, we no longer sell the embossing buddies, but you can make something like this with pantyhose and cornstarch. Really, you're just trying to take out any oil from your fingerprints, or like the natural oils from your fingers. Good morning, Sonia. Okay, so now I've got my heat embossing done, and honestly, this is how easy this card is. We're just going to start to assemble. So I like to use either my liquid glue or my my Stampin' Seal. Okay, so I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. I just put a new cartridge in last night, and you don't want to press too hard, because what it does then is it tears the fiber of your paper. I'm actually going to go along the edges as well, because when you emboss with a 3D embossing folder, sometimes the edges kind of, the cardstock itself kind of curves. So you want to just make sure that you have all of your sides and corners stuck down really well. Okay, so that's it for that. I'm just going to burnish this a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my designer series paper, and I'm going to pop the black one up here, kind of towards top left, I would say, leaving maybe like 3/4 of an inch from the left side of the layer. So that's going to go kind of upper and to the left. And then this one here, I'm going to do kind of down and to the right. Okay, here we go. Okay, see that? So such an easy layout, really, really fun. I think it allows you to really kind of showcase your designer series paper, and I just think it's super cute. One thing I'm going to add to this card that I didn't do on my first is I'm going to add a little layer of lace trim. And I find, because it's very vanilla, I love the lace trim, so I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to put it as a kind of a border at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just sticking that like this, just to add a little bit of a vintage and feminine touch to it. Not necessary, but just thought it looks pretty. And then I'm going to take my Simply Elegant trim, and I'm going to just make kind of a faux bow. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit more adhesive. Sometimes this takes me a few tries, but we're going to try it. So I'm going to just kind of start here. Okay, and then I'm just going to make kind of a figure 8 here. Okay, and you just want to make sure that it extends past the top and the bottom of the sentiment, is what I'm trying to say, because then it'll show from the top and the bottom, and then you can just kind of trim a little bit of it away. There we go. And then just stick that down with your dimensionals. So easy. So I'm very animated today. I'm super excited. I don't know, I get really energized on our Sunday morning Facebook Lives. So I could be like tired the whole weekend. And then I don't know, I just, when they tell you to think about like what you feel passionate about and keep doing that thing, I keep coming here every Sunday morning and I try for Wednesday evenings because I really do enjoy the interaction in the community and teaching and hopefully sharing some tips and ideas. So that is kind of the bones of the card. And I'm going to embellish with some of these gorgeous classic matte dots. Now, I want to tell you, so I went a little overboard when I was designing with this paper, and I ended up designing 6 cards, okay? Like I was really just kind of planning to do one for Facebook Live this morning. I ended up designing 6 cards. So 3 of them are going to be in the tutorials, but I'm also going to be offering a class. So it'll be a class to go where you will get all of the card making supplies. So all the make and take materials, you'll get the stamp set, the flowing flowers, you will get some embellishments included, and you'll actually get a package of the Daffodil afternoon paper for free, which you can use on your cards. So more information will be coming about that. But if you are liking this card and you like the stamp set and you're interested, then the class might be a good option for you. And it's kind of one of those things that I try to set up where everybody can be successful with it. So if you don't have exactly the supplies that I have, I always will give ideas for modifying, but all of the die cutting, the embossing, the cutting of the card bases and everything is done for you with my classes to go. So look out for that because I am super excited about this one. Okay, so here is the card. And I'm going to give you guys a second to tell me what you think of it. Remember, if you are sharing this video, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win the card. I'll show the one closer because this is the one that has the lace trim. Okay, so you can see the elegant trim. I used a couple of the, 3 of the classic matte dots in black, just to really kind of give it a bit of a modern look. So I don't know if there's such a thing as modern vintage, but I feel like the lace trim gives it a bit of a vintage look, and then the black dots are kind of modern. So I don't know, that's my style. Okay, that's what I'm going to call it today. It's modern vintage. Now I promised you I would show you another card using the same paper and the stamp set. So I'm just going to take a swig of my coffee and then I'll show you. Don't leave yet. So here is the other card that I had done. And this is on a crumb cake card base, okay? And then I used the flower from the Flowing Flowers and I fussy cut that because there are no dies with it. And then I just heat embossed the sentiment. So remember, if you are on my email list, you will be getting 3 tutorials with measurements, supplies, photos, just so that if you want to recreate the cards, you can. And so that'll give you some inspiration with the paper and the stamp set if you have it. And then again, if you're interested in kind of going a little deeper and having even more card samples and ideas, then you definitely are going to want to try the class to go. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm seeing the comments. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy's saying, I love the color combo. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the pool party, and I am loving the very vanilla more than I thought I would. So I did actually end up really liking it. Thank you so much, Darlene. I'm seeing lots of love in the comments. Janice is saying, love your color combos. I'm loving all the creating with this collection. Thank you, Janice. Thank you for sharing, Carol Ann, over on YouTube. I appreciate it. And Janice says, looking forward to the emails. And now I need to get the paper that didn't speak to me at first. I told you I would need it after I watched what you created. That is such a lovely compliment, Janice. Sorry, not sorry. Debbie, thank you so much. I'm glad that you like it. So I will be posting pictures of the card and I will also be sharing them in email. So for those that are interested in joining my email list, you can absolutely do that by just going to zarapremji.com and then click the link that allows you to join my email list, and make sure you put your email in there, and I will hopefully be able to provide you with some inspiration and ideas and just some connection over email. I would love to connect with you that way. So I think that's it for me. If there are any questions, comments, please do keep the conversation going below. And I really appreciate you being here and taking the time out of your day to hang out with me and comment and chit chat with me and the others. So have a great week ahead, and I will see you back on Wednesday for our weekly Wednesday happy hour. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Bye for now.